look inside the Hawks' nest here on HSN as the Canadore Panthers come in to visit the Humber Hawks, two teams that haven't been off to the ideal start to the year, still have a long way to go. The 0-4 Hawks against the 0-5 Panthers. It's been a rough start. My name's Adam Lucier. My broadcasting partner, Andrew Milani, getting dapped up by the referees. Gotta love that. Certainly a tough start to the year, Andrew. Obviously 0-4 is not the start you want to have, but they've had some big-time players step up for them. One of them being Daquan Cathcart. He's been off to a great start this year.
Yeah, Daquan's really been a great player for them this season. Second in the team in points, up there with free throw percentage, gets those rebounds, gets those assists. He just fouled out last game, so he's going to want to try and avoid that, although fouls haven't been too much of a problem for him, so maybe this is just a one-off.
The Hawks have certainly needed players to step up offensively, and you can't blame Cathcart for the rough start to the year. He's been phenomenal. And on the other side, how about Nathan Bilomu for the Canadore Panthers? He's kind of been their bread and butter, the guy they've looked to more often than not.
Yeah, really a jack of all trades, and they really throw him out there any chance they can, averaging over 30 minutes a game, over 33 actually, and can do it all, gets those steals, gets those blocks, gets those rebounds, and he gets his shots at the free throw line too, so definitely a problem here for the Humber Hawks tonight.
Should be an interesting one here. The Hawks starting 0-4 for the first time since the 1978-79 season, so kind of uncharted territory for this team. I mean, they're banner built for a reason. They're not used to losing these games right off the hop. They'll be interested to see what they can get done against a team also in a rough spot.
Yeah, Humber's not used to being towards the bottom of the standings, but the Hawks have been in those, as we take a look at the standings, battle of the only two winless teams right now in the OCAA West Division. And for these Hawks, they've been in all four of these games that they've played. They've actually led coming out of halftime in three of those games and have led going into the fourth quarter in two of those games. Just been a matter of finishing games and locking things down that have been a little bit of an issue for this Hawks squad. And they'll look to improve on that here tonight, or today rather.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Andrew. It's kind of been the tale of two teams. These Hawks have really come out and played some great ball in these first halves, especially against Fanshawe. Went 8 of 16 from beyond the arc, 50% in the first half. But then again, in that second half, they shot 11% from three-point range. So, I mean, you got to have that consistency all the way through the game, and they've had issue closing out wins, as we've seen that in their first 4 games. So as both teams look for their first wins of the year, we'll turn things over to Tyler Biggs, the PA announcer, with national anthem and player introductions. Two teams looking for their first win of this young season. You got to imagine seeing that O in the win column has to light a fire under your backside, Andrew.
Yeah, I imagine both these teams are going to be real fired up, especially after that really nice opening we got there. Both these teams looking for their first wins. They should be fired up. Kevin O2 getting his first start of the season. Really been that sixth man all this year and for a lot of last year as well. So let's see what he could do with that huge opportunity he has here this afternoon.
Certainly a veteran presence on the floor for the Hawks as we are underway here from the nest. First touch gonna go the way of the Panthers. Prince Danke with it, guarded by Fauzi Muhammad. Inside they go now. That's Bilamu. Keep an eye on him, number 3.
Oh, nice little poke there. I think that was Fauzi Muhammad who got his hand in there.
Fauzi with it now, looking for help. Near side here, it's Kevin O2. O2 finds Samuels. Inside it goes, Jalen Morgan.
Boys look content to slow things down to start this one.
Working the baseline, kicking it out to O2. Nice ball movement. Fauzi puts it up. That one appeared to be deflected on the shot, but initial possession looks pretty good out there for the Hawks. Moving the ball around well.
Not bad start. And I think you are right that that ball was deflected because Fauzi was just draining them through warm-ups. Would be surprised they airballed it like that, right off the hop.
Look out for Fauzi from range. Here are the Panthers with it now. Wide open look there. Comes up just a bit short.
Big break there for the Hawks.
Let's see what Kaskar could do. Finds Cy Samuels. In the corner it goes to Morgan. Spins and dishes. That one deflected. Samuel can't put that one away. Rebounded there by the Panthers. Away they go. Here's Danke with it now. Both teams trying to settle into this one. Still awaiting our icebreaker here. DeJohn Campbell.
Shot clock running down.
Gonna have to put something up. From the foul line, put it in there. Zach Martin getting it done. Kevin O2 directing traffic here. Samuel trying to do it himself. He's gonna need some help. O2 in the middle.
Traveling call.
Some tough defense there by the Panthers. O2 just could not avoid.
Hawks having trouble solving this Canadore defense right now. They're gonna have to go back on defense right now. Try and keep this at a 2-point game.
And sloppy play there. A little miscommunication on that pass as Zach Martin couldn't corral that one. Inbound now for the Hawks.
Yeah, Martin not pleased by that one at all. Tried to sell it that stayed in bounds. Referee not falling for that one.
Cy Samuel in the middle now, trying to dish it off to Jalen Morgan. He'll get the hoop and the harm.
Yeah, just a beautiful inside pass. Looked like it was no look too to Jalen Morgan, and he'll have a chance here to complete the 3-point play.
Trying to put the Hawks on top for the first time today. And the foul line is something that hasn't been too friendly to these Hawks so far this year. They're 14th in the OCAA in free throw attempts, so they don't get to the line too often, as you see a miss there from Morgan. And when they get there, they're only shooting about 66%, so that's definitely an area of this game that could use much improvement.
Yeah, free throws have been a huge issue for this team through those first 4 games. Their opponents are getting to the line on average 12 more times than them, and like you said, when the Hawks get there, they're not that efficient.
Zach Martin with the layup there. He's outscored the Hawks by himself so far today. Behind the back pass to Daquan. Kaskar trying to drive. Fancy feed is intercepted.
Yeah, that pass was just a little too hot to handle there for Cy Samuels.
Bilamu going up against Samuels. That's a tough assignment. Cy gets the better of him.
Yeah, some good inside defense there by the Hawks, just collapsing down low.
Nice ball movement here, 0-2 on the perimeter. Jalen Morgan trying to shake off defenders in the corner to Fauzi. Behind the back he goes. Hawks trying to find an open look here. That pass intercepted Offensive foul charge to Jalen Morgan.
An early foul here for Jalen Morgan. As we mentioned off the top, fouls, big problem in that last game. Let's see if they can try and avoid that here as we get our first few substitutions.
Jimmy Rich coming in for Cy Samuel.
Troy Wilson entering the game as well.
So some fresh legs in there for the Hawks as they're trying to solve this Canadore defense. Jimmy Rich getting involved early, poking that away from Zach Martin. In the corner it goes, driving the baseline, kick out to Martin.
Wide open.
And that is good. Zach Martin having himself a day. Already 7 points on the day for number 6. Here's our first look at Khalid Ismail. He'll kick it over to Jalen Morgan. Jalen working inside. That layup will drop. Nice play there.
Only one player scoring for each side so far.
Which depth is going to step up for either side? 3-point attempt from the Panthers will come up short. Nice work there. Creative by John Clark. Bouncing that off a Hawk to remain Canadore possession.
Yeah, I think O2 was hoping that would bounce out of bounds, but unfortunately for him, kind of bounced off him. A little bit of a misplay there.
Let's see what the Panthers can get done in the Hawks territory. A hard drive there met by Kevin O2. Back come the Hawks with numbers.
That's some classic Kevin O2 hustle right there.
Was looking for the alley-oop to Jimmy Rich. A lot of congestion by these Panthers as we take a look at that last layup by Jalen Morgan.
Yeah, he did a great job getting inside on that layup. Only one scored here for the Hawks so far.
One scorer for either side. Certainly been a defensive battle to get this game started. Zach Martin coming up for a stream. Khalid Ismail guarding hard in the corner. And that's good as well, joining the party. John Clark from deep. Big start on the road for these Canadore Panthers. They're up by 6. Khalid Ismail driving the lane. That one goes everywhere but through the basket.
Yeah, good move there by Khalid to get inside, just spilled out of the basket.
One-on-one battle here. Layup won't go. Getting his own rebound is Danke. And draining another one. Rayvon Young. And with that final three-pointer, we'll draw a timeout from Samson Downey.
And this Panthers team is fired up after that timeout. It's been all them in the first 5:20 in this game. And you gotta like the way that they played so far, really applying the pressure. But for Humber, they're still searching for answers, trying to get things going. On offense, looks like they've been scrambling a little bit.
Certainly not the start that these Hawks were looking for. And initial reactions, they really haven't had much space whatsoever offensively. Give a lot of credit to these Canadore Panthers. They've been closing the distance early and not having these Hawks have any free looks.
Yeah, they've played some tough defense. Every time the Hawks have been passing that ball off, immediately there's 1 or 2 Panthers on them, especially collapsing down low inside. So they've been making it tough for them to get to the basket. We have to rely on that three-point shot. We'll see if that happens as the game goes on.
Yeah, the Hawks have certainly lived and died by the three-pointer. They're first in the OCAA this season in three-point attempts per game with 32.8 and 3 points made per game with 11.8. So that shot from range is certainly something that they rely on, and it's not something we've seen so far today.
No, not too much. And the Hawks are pretty efficient from the three-point line as well as shooting just a hair over 35%. So they could definitely make those shots.
With over 6 minutes gone here in this first quarter, I'm sure the Hawks would like a lot more than number 4 on the board. Big offensive possession here as they try to kickstart this offense. Fauzi finds Jimmy Rich. Khalid Ismail. Fauzi behind the back. That one's ripped away. Here come the Panthers. Up and in on the layup to John Campbell.
No mistake there for Campbell on that fast break.
Nice work there to intercept and make the play for number 9. Ismail looking for help. He'll find Rich. Muhammad bobbles that one.
An offensive foul. Jimmy Rich confused by that one.
Jimmy always a physical player. So with that foul, possession back the way of Canadore. Trying to extend an already 9-point lead. Mid-range jumper won't drop. Cy Samuel will take it over half court. That pass dangerous, but gets through. Here's Samuel. That floater will drop in the paint.
Nice little passing play there. Canadore couldn't do much there. Hawks will need a few more of those to get back into this ball game.
Rayshawn Washington dishes it off to Young. The Panthers not rushing anything on these offensive possessions, looking for their look. Circus shot up and in. How about that from Rayshawn Washington?
Yeah, Rayshawn Washington, this team's second leading scorer, showing what he's made of there. Some big help off the bench for Canadore, and a missed cue there. Jimmy Rich couldn't quite get his paws on that one.
Frustration on the face of Jimmy Rich as that pass off the fingertips and out. It's been an uncharacteristic start for these Hawks.
Yeah, surprising first 7 minutes here. Hawks have not looked great. Just throwing the ball around and getting owned by the other team's defense, really.
Kevin 0-2 now. Cy Samuel mishandles that one. It is Ismail there to bail him out.
Shot clock down at 10.
Jimmy Rich with the screen. Ismail will pull up. Big defensive rebound there for the Panthers. Washington again with the left-hander, won't drop. Back the other way, Trey Wilson. Trying to go to Jimmy Rich on the inside. Once again, the connection between 0-2 and Rich not working.
Daquan Cathcart and Jalen Morgan checking back in this game. Lead Ismail and Jimmy Rich out.
Samson Downey working these substitutions, trying to find what chemistry is going to work today. Offense has left something to be desired. Three-point attempt there, bricks out. Trey Wilson. Now Cy Samuel has some space to work. Gets down to the baseline, that one deflected away. Into the paint goes Wilson. Trying to find Cathcart. There's a sea of bodies there. Nice work by Daquan to get that up and in.
Yeah, great job there on a tough shot. They're back within 9.
Rayvon Young. Trying to get something started here. Dishing it off to John Clark. Rayshawn Washington back to Young. In the corner it goes. Marco Lane there with the reverse layup. That won't go. Comes Cy. Wilson finds 0-2, working the ball around the perimeter.
Good ball movement here by the Hawks.
Cathcart trying to do it himself off the backboard and out.
Yeah, not a great shot there. Just ran into the sea of bodies there.
Now the Panthers working the ball around. Shot clock down to 7. Gonna have to get something away. Here's Young. Nice work to slice through the Hawks defense there and get that layup.
Dude, that was way too easy of a shot to give up there with the shot clock running down.
Trey Wilson with an open look there. Couldn't get the layup to drop, but he will find himself on the charity stripe.
Attacking that basket with efficiency, with power, something that these Hawks have got to concentrate on if they want to win this ball game. Something that they've really struggled with, as we mentioned early on.
Let's see if the free throw shooting for these Hawks could heat up as Wilson drains his first attempt. Two for 22.
Just under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Let's see if the Hawks can put together a little mini run to try and get back in this ball game.
Took 9 minutes, but the Hawks now in double digits. Clark dishes it inside. Here's Lane.
Nice steal.
Exactly right. Trey Wilson, nice play there. Here's Fauzi for three. No good as that one clanks off the short part of the rim. A hard press by Fauzi against Billamu here.
Yeah, good job there. Allowed his Hawks teammates to get set up defensively.
That layup off the backboard. 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Let's see what the Hawks can get done. Shot clock is off.
They're going to hold for last shot here.
Let's see who will get the touch. It's Jalen Morgan with it now. That one deflected away.
Now Canadore will have last shot here. Let's see if they can chuck up a prayer.
4 seconds to go. They'd be hard pressed to get to half court. We'll see what they could do. Lane, a nice work on the perimeter. Ooh, and that one clangs out. Not a bad attempt at all for Canadore to end the first quarter. What a first quarter it was for these Panthers. They find themselves ahead 19-10.
Yeah, it was all of them really that first quarter. Really played a strong defense, which is where the whole strong play really emanated from. And just moving the ball around, just making the unselfish play, finding the open man. But for Humber, just almost the complete opposite, really. They've been playing not that great defensively. Have allowed Canadore to have some really open, easy looks. And just moving the ball a little predictably in the offensive end a lot of times. Those Panthers players know where that ball's going. They've been able to pull out a few steals.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Maybe telegraphing those passes just a little bit in the offensive zone. We've seen a lot of Canadore Panthers get their hands in the passing lane, that connection, especially between O2 and Jimmy Rich. They've been trying to work that ball in towards the baseline. It just hasn't been working. The only looks that have been available have really been from the perimeter, but we haven't seen them take that many threes.
Yeah, that's really been a story of this one too so far. They three-pointers really haven't been there. Even though that shot, it looks like it's been available on a few of those possessions, but the Hawks electing to go for the basket, try and maybe draw some of those fouls, but really hasn't worked so far.
Certainly some adjustments going to have to be made by the coaching staff. Samson Downey with his assistants, Omar Miles, Chad Booley, and Shane Denny, trying to prepare this team for the 2020 CCAA Nationals that'll be hosted right here in the Hawks Nest, March 19th to 21st. Let's take a look there at Rami Arabi, head coach for the Canadore Panthers, bringing his team into a hostile environment here. Obviously has them well prepared as they find themselves up by 9 as we start the second quarter. Justice Salmon. Here's Jalen now. He's got some space. Salmon can't corral that pass, and it's going to come back the other way.
Yeah, went for a tough pass there. Not able to thread the needle on that one.
Rayshawn Washington finds his man Billamu. Billamu looking for his first points of the game. He'll find Lane. Big man can't get it done. Here comes Morgan. Samuel driving the baseline, pulls up, finds Trey Wilson for three. That one deflected, won't reach the basket. Knocked away, here come the Hawks once more. Trey Wilson working the perimeter, finds Fauzi. Nice move, that one kicked away. Shot clock running out, we'll have a whistle. Justice Salmon appeared to have stepped on the baseline.
Good offensive possession here so far for the Hawks. Really moving that ball well.
So possession here will stay with the Hawks.
And a fresh 14 seconds back on that shot clock.
Fauzi thought about three, pulls it back. Here's Jalen. He's gonna pull up. Jalen Morgan for three, the first of the day for Humber.
Zach Martin just giving him a little too much space on that one, and Jalen made him pay.
The Hawks are gonna need more of that. Jalen Morgan for three makes this a 6-point game.
Hawks are back in this one. They're gonna look for some good defense here.
This interior defense trying to shore up things for the Hawks. An open look for Billamu. That'll take a high bounce. And hello, rebound by Cy Samuel there.
Bounce off the shot clock, so they'll have to be inbounded.
There was the first three of the day for the Hawks and Jalen Morgan. A man that's no stranger to the three. Fauzi Muhammad finds Morgan. Now Samuel. In the corner it goes. Justice Salmon. Air balls that one, no good.
He was wide open in the corner too.
Nice work by Trey Wilson to swat that one away. Hawks have numbers. Inside to Salmon. He's met by two Panthers. Just can't get the roll, but he will find his way to the foul line.
That was a great quick pass there by Jalen Morgan. Ended up forcing that trip to the line, but just couldn't complete it. It was almost a three-point play.
Give credit to the Panthers there. They closed quickly on that open look. Justice Salmon's going to find his way to the line. 3 for 4 on the young season. We've mentioned a few times that this is definitely a part of the Hawks games that they can improve on.
Yeah, their opponents have been getting to the line a lot more than them and have been more efficient from there as well. You know, free throws are never the sexy thing, but it's something that you need to win.
Yeah, you can certainly leave a lot of points out there on the floor. In the corner, it's Billamu. No good there as Jalen Morgan pulls that one down. In the corner, Daquan Cascard. Here's Fauzi. No good on that 3 attempt. Offensive rebound for Samuels. Jalen with the spin and the turn. Pulls up and drains it. A nice looking jumper from Jalen Morgan.
Oh, made that one look nice.
A little shake and bake from the big man. Pulls the Hawks within 3.
9 for him on the day.
Now a one possession ball game as Billamu works against Cascar. Morgan trying to hold him tight. Nice defense there to poke it away. In the corner, it's Martin. No good. Rebound by Samuels. The Hawks now with some momentum for the first time today. Inside to Justice Salmon, up and in.
And for the first time in this ballgame, the Hawks have the lead. Or excuse me, they're down by 1.
Oh, so close. Optimistic thinking.
Got a little excited.
It's nice to see the spark from this Hawks offense. They're coming alive here. Martin in the middle, gonna have that one poked away. This Hawks defense coming alive. An ill-advised pass from Cy Samuel. Possession will remain with the Hawks. So we take a look at that last scoring play, that beautiful jumper from Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, Jalen showing off that mid-range J he's got. The Hawks hold on to possession here, and their demeanor right now just completely different as they've gotten off this little hot streak.
A lot more noise all of a sudden in this Hawks nest as the Hawks are starting to play their style of ball.
Oh, the boys are feeling it now.
Cy Samuel rips that one down, kicks it out to Daquan. Trying to spin off his man, unable to do so. Kevin O2 for 3.
Making a deep 3 there, Kevin O2. And now the Hawks are up.
The Hawks have the juice behind them now as Zach Martin tries to drive the lane, but once again, this Hawks defense holding strong. Fauzi had the takeaway, tripped over his own man. Holding foul charge to the Panthers. What a turn of events here in quarter number 2. It was all Panthers 19-10 after the first quarter. All of a sudden, the Hawks have gone on an 11-0 run.
Yeah, it's been all Hawks here in the second quarter, really changing the tune here from that first quarter where they're really struggling, looking for answers, but not the case here. They've just been rolling here straight up.
And I don't think these Hawks would ever admit it, but maybe they were a little bit tentative coming into this first quarter. Obviously, a lot of high expectations this year. You're going to nationals. You medaled last year. There's a lot of expectations on this team this season. To start 0-4, you may start to second-guess yourself a little bit. But look at the second quarter. The shots start dropping for them, and all of a sudden, an 11-row run, and you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the Hawks started this one the way that they were finishing off against Fanshawe there, where they lost that fourth quarter by 9, and really much the same here in that first quarter, but really changing their tune here and really playing well. And if they play like this, should be another game here for the Hawks, but still a lot of basketball left to be played here this afternoon.
10 minutes of quarter number 1, the Hawks scored 10 points. 4 minutes into quarter number 2, already 11. So the Hawks trying to keep the good times going. Kevin O2 finds Justice Salmon in the middle. That shot no good. Will draw the foul.
Another trip to the line, a good sign here.
Absolutely, we mentioned before these Hawks came into today 14th in the OCAA, getting themselves to the line, so nice to see some free throw opportunities.
Yeah, free throws, it's one of the easiest shots you can make. No one there to defend you.
Then why can't I make them?
Got to practice it, Adam.
Second trip to the line for Salmon on the day. That's a good looking stroke from Justice. 23-19 is your score. A little under 6 minutes to go in this second quarter.
Justice checking out of this one. Siobhan Noel checking in.
At the top, it's Young. Working the ball around nicely are these Panthers. It's Martin in the middle, trying to put one up and over Cy Samuels. That won't work.
They did a good job getting into a favorable position there in the paint, just couldn't put it away.
A lot of contact there as Kevin O2 lowered the shoulder into DeJohn Campbell.
Fouls charged rather to Campbell on that play. Second of the game for him.
So Kevin O2 will have a look from the line here. Trying to extend this Hawks lead. Hawks were up 43-41 against the Fanshawe Falcons last time out. Ended up dropping that game 94-88. So the Hawks looking to protect the lead.
And as we mentioned, that the demeanor of the Hawks is completely different. The demeanor of the Panthers right now completely different too. Not as confident as they were in the first quarter.
Yeah, Canadore was buzzing around this floor early in this game. Certainly the pace has dropped just a little bit. Maybe these Panthers smelled a little bit of blood in the water. I mean, the Hawks Nest is maybe the toughest place to play in the entire OCAA. And you're coming in facing an 0-4 team. You don't get that opportunity often, as well of a steal here. Siobhan Noel trying to find Fauzi behind the back to Kevin O2. How do you do? That's a pretty looking tic-tac-toe play.
Fauzi Muhammad putting on his fancy pants there with that pass. Beautiful play off the fast break as we get a replay of that.
Nice look at that behind the back dish from Fauzi. Hawks coming back the other way once again. It's Noel. Here's Fauzi. Just misses that three attempt. Nice hustle by the Hawks to get the rebound. Here's Kaskar. That one no good as well, but some nice looks here for the Hawks.
Yeah, some good looks from three, just not able to finish them off.
Young working in hard, trying to get that floater to go. Rebounded by Cy Samuels. In the corner, here's Fauzi driving baseline.
Foul starting to pile up here for Canadore. They're in the bonus, or rather putting Humber in the bonus.
The sharpshooting Fauzi Muhammad, man on the line for the Hawks, third-year player. He's closing in on that all-time three-point record for the Hawks. Likely to pass it this season, try to catch up with Humber legend Mike Dvorak. Siobhan Noel with the rebound. Here's Kevin O2, who's got a lane. Kicking it out to Fauzi. All of a sudden, this passing of the Hawks is looking awful pretty. Samuel in deep. He'll draw the contact, and he'll go to the line.
The Hawks doing a good job moving the ball there. Really unpredictable, which is throwing the Canadore off. Before they were kind of showing off where those passes were going to go, direct looks, but yeah, just too fast to handle right now.
We've talked a few times about the Hawks have struggled a little bit getting to the foul line, but not this second quarter. That's been their home.
Yeah, doing well to get to the line in this quarter. Making them has been a little bit of an issue, though, as Cy Samuels misses a second there.
Back comes Rayshawn Washington for the Panthers. Their offense is yet to score in this second quarter. Far cry from their performance in the first. Here's Billamou. Oh, good on that three-point attempt. Back comes Kevin O2.
And not a bad look for Billamou there either. Canadore's just been snake-bitten in this second quarter.
Fauzi can't get that one to go from range. Back comes Washington. Behind the back he goes. Fancy handles here as the Panthers move things around. Offensive rebound. Trying to drive, a nice move. How about Daquan Cathcart looking the other way? Throws up the hands and gets the deflection.
And he's fired up after that. Great job there, just get the hand in there, deflect that pass.
You could have great court vision without even looking at the ball, apparently. Awful impressive, Daquan Cathcart. So we're gonna have a timeout. Samson Downey wants to have a chat with his fellas.
Yeah, I believe this is 19 straight points scored by the Hawks going back to the end of that first quarter. They're just feeling it now, really in the driver's seat for the first time in this ball game. The first quarter, they were really chasing the game. This one really setting the tone and telling them, no, this is our building, this is our game. You guys got to play with us.
That's exactly right. For the first time this season, the Hawks really flexing their muscles. A whole lot of talent on that side. A little bit of a turnover. They're missing some big names coming from last year. You take a look at Kerwin Elvis. He averaged 11.5 points a game for him last year. Jordan Francis averaged over 10, so certainly some offensive pieces that are missing from last year's CCAA bronze medal team, but a whole lot of talent on that floor, and I think we're just now starting to see it.
Yeah, I was wondering where you were going there for a second. I was just going to say, there's so much talent left on this team, though. These guys definitely have the talent to go as far as they want to go, really. Hosting nationals this year, winning gold, not a far cry.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at their schedule and certainly didn't have it easy. They faced Redeemer and Sheridan on the road to start the year. Those are two of the finer programs, and dropped also some games to some tough Mohawk and Fanshawe teams.
Yeah, they're really in all of those ball games, so Hawks doing a lot of things right, just not able to finish those games off.
Doing a lot of things right here in this second quarter as Kevin O2 gets a free look. Comes up just short, swatted away by Samuel. O2 gets that swatted by Billamou. Nice move by O2 to get in deep. Samuel trying to cut between two Panthers. Siobhan Noel just comes up short on that attempt, but a quick fire possession for these Humber Hawks.
Yeah, the Panthers really were pressing real hard on the defense there, made things tough for the Hawks. Almost were able to get things done a couple times, though.
Early in this game, that Panthers defense was really making the decisions for the Humber Hawks, and now it seems as though they're kind of awaiting their move. Definitely a flip-flop from how they played early on in this one.
Now a chance for Canadore to get their first points of the quarter.
19 points in the first quarter, none in the second. Offense has gone ice cold. Samson Downey having a chat with his veteran, Cy Samuel, about some defensive assignments.
Just trying to get on the same page here, of course.
Gardner. Here's Billamou back to Gardner. Billamou puts this one up. Just short once again. Billamou looking for his first points of the day. And he'll get them right there. A nice looking layup for number 3.
Canadore wasn't going to be shut out this quarter. Finally getting their first points and a chance at the three-point play here for Billamou.
Took them nearly 8 minutes, but the Panthers find themselves on the board here. And for how rough this quarter has been for them, they're only down by 6, certainly within striking range, just a 2-possession game.
Yeah, if they finish up this quarter strong, they'll be right back in this ball game. They're only down by 5 now. We'll just see who finishes up these last couple minutes stronger.
Pretty firm press here by the Panthers. That one goes inside to Cathcart. Left-handed layup won't go. Big battle for the rebound, but possession will go the way of the Panthers. See the Hawks with a full court press here. Fauzi looking in on Young.
Yeah, they're going to want to see if they can force a turnover here.
Strong D here by Fauzi Muhammad. Young trying to evade him. Kicks it out wide. Gonna have ourselves an offensive foul.
Great job there by Noel to draw that one.
That one's gonna be charged to Rayvon Young. Under 2 to go in the half. The Hawks have a 5-point lead after trailing by 9 at the end of the first.
Panthers working the full court press as well.
Daquan from the corner, that'll go. Daquan Cathcart getting involved.
And that's the danger of the full court press. You leave some of the guys wide open in your own side of the court. And Cathcart was able to get the easy 3.
Morgan nearly loses the handle, finds 0-2. In the corner, Siobhan Noel. He'll draw the foul, a chance to shoot for 3.
Humber getting it done, getting to that foul line a lot in this quarter. Chance here to change their fortunes at that line a little bit here. It's been a little bit of an issue.
We're really praising the aggressiveness of this Canadore defense in quarter number 1, and now it's starting to become a little bit of a weakness, a little bit too aggressive for them, as the Hawks have found their way to the foul line time and time again.
And Canadore has been outfouled by their opponents coming into this one, but taking a lot this afternoon. Humber forcing their hands a little bit.
Siobhan Noel gonna try to make good on his last attempt here. He joins the program after playing for the Vanier Cheetahs in 2017-2018.
Siobhan Noel making his first free throw of the season right there.
He's gonna check out now, 24 for 23, that's Khalid Ismail. Ismail guarding Dankey here. Dankey with a little shimmy, little shake, can't get away. He'll try to drive now. That one pops out. Nice work by Kevin O2 to swat that away.
A good job there by Jalen Morgan, playing some tough defense on him there, got him to kind of force up a shot.
Hawks defense certainly making the Panthers uncomfortable offensively as of late. That three-pointer won't go. Nice pass there by Daquan Cathcart. Here's Ismail. Cathcart loses the handle on that pass, able to regain possession. Here's Fauzi, trying to spin away from his man Young. Back pass to Cathcart, driving hard, but that one's swatted away. Nice defense by Billamu. We've talked about fouls time and time again. There's one on the three-pointer. That's Shaquan Baker coming in hard on Noel.
Morgan just tried to force up a shot with the clock running down. A big block there.
Daquan Cathcart swatting that away with authority.
Telling him, not in my house.
Defending the nest are the Hawks here. Some strong defense as of late. That's gonna get the bench and the crowd into it. A great look on the shot there. How about the vertical from Daquan Cathcart?
Yeah, sent him right into the wall there. Thankfully, it's padded for him. A big timeout here. And Canadore just searching for answers if they've just been outplayed in this second quarter. Not much else you can really say about it.
And we talked really off the top of the broadcast on how 0-4 against 0-5. You better have a fire lit under you. I mean, you're both looking for your first win. You're trying to bring some pride to the program. And it seems as though that rough first quarter just lit something in these Hawks. They've been absolutely phenomenal ever since they began this second quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone said something to someone or what was it, but definitely a different look for these Hawks teams in that second quarter. Playing a lot meaner, you can say, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You can vouch for Daquan Cathcart. I mean, he brings a lot of energy to this team. One of the more animated guys on the court, and we've seen him make some big plays, and once he gets his emotion going, you know the fellas are going to come in right behind him.
Yeah, especially on the defensive end with that big block there, and he'll get some well-deserved rest right now, but The Hawks have really been getting some good performances out there. A lot of players here this afternoon. It hasn't really been a one-man show at all, which is the way it should be if this team wants to be successful.
Absolutely, this team has plenty of depth, and we're sure seeing it today. Shot clock is off, 15 seconds to go in the half. We will get the final touch for the Panthers. In the corner it goes, it's Young. Can't get that one to drop, rebounded as time expires. A tale of two quarters, 19-10 after one, 31-22 for the other side after the second quarter. A nice performance by the Hawks there.
Yeah, really a tale of two quarters, just completely different. Canadore dominating that first quarter, but Humber coming right back, dominating that second one, and they have a 9-point lead going into halftime.
For the Panthers, they got to be heading to the locker room kind of scratching their heads a little bit. I mean, it looks as though they had a great game plan going, and they struggled a little bit, so certainly enough for them to work on going into the second half. And we'll be right back with second half action here on HSN. Thanks for tuning in. Second half action here on HSN. OCAA men's basketball here on this Saturday afternoon. Canadore Panthers against the Humber Hawks. 31-22 is your score at halftime, and what a beautifully inconsistent, consistent game we've had. I'm Adam Lucier, joining me, the bearded broadcaster, Andrew Milani. And what a day we've had so far. Really interesting. 19-10 for the Panthers after one. Hawks came roaring back with a 21-3 second quarter.
Yeah, Hawks entered that second quarter down by 9, and now coming at halftime, they find themselves up by 9. So a big 18-point swing there in the second quarter, and everything was working there for the Hawks. Offense, defense. They got to the line a lot more. Their three-points were falling. You know, they got those steals, got those blocks. Everything working in perfect harmony for the Hawks, and they're going to try and build off that going into the second half.
Pretty safe to say it was an ugly start to this game for the Hawks. They did not come out. It took them nearly 10 minutes to score 10 points to start off this game, but a whole new team in that second quarter, 21 points to 3 they scored. And we mentioned how free throw attempts were a little bit of an issue for them. They were 14th in the OCAA getting to the line, but so far in this game, they've had 14 shots from the free throw line, and the Canadore Panthers have had just 1.
Yeah, and it's that second quarter, the Hawks have had no trouble getting to the line. Making those shots has been a different story. You've only made 8 of those 14. So free throw shooting is a big issue early on for this team this season. That's something they're going to need to work on as the season goes on.
First possession of this half goes to the Panthers. Billamou puts it up, unable to go under the rim, drawing a foul. So we just talked about how the Panthers only had 1 free throw attempt. Now they'll see their second. Number 2, Prince Danke, finds his way to the line. Early on in this possession, we see Nathan Billamou have an attempt from 3-point range. He's been their top scorer, just 3 points for him in this game, and he's now 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. Fauzi Muhammad finds Daquan Kaskar. Kaskar has been an absolute stud for this team despite their 0-4 start. Jalen Morgan had a big first half with 9 points. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. That one's going to be ripped away.
Yes, looks like a little bit of those first quarter Hawks we're seeing. Those passes not as fast, not as crisp, and Canadore really onto that.
Certainly some momentum to build off of. Hawks trying to get going right where they left off. Hold going against Prince Danke there. So once again, the Humber Hawks are going to have an opportunity for some free throws. Apologies, they'll just gain possession with that foul. A hard pass to Kevin O2 on the perimeter. Here comes Fauzi, and he'll get that one to go. Fauzi from range.
His first field goal and his first three-pointer made today.
Was 0 for 3, now 1 for 4. Fauzi Muhammad finds his stroke in the corner. It's Young. That one will clang out. Rebound by Jalen Morgan, and he took a hand to a sensitive area.
A little slow to get up for the big man.
Not the spot you want to take a shot. Jalen Morgan going to try to walk this one off. So we're going to take a look there. Appeared as though the hand of Prince Danke got in there. So through the pain, Jalen Morgan gonna have to throw up some free throws here. Can't make good on the first attempt. Oh for 2 goes Jalen Morgan. Not the performance he wanted from the line. Still recovering from that shot he took moments ago.
Yeah, I'd bet that his discomfort had something to do with that. But Hawks still with possession here. So another chance to put points on the board.
Absolutely. Big year for him last year. Jalen Morgan in the CCAA National Tournament was named a first-team All-Star. His experience is going to be huge for the Hawks this year. That pass from Cy Samuel was to a bench player. He gets a smile and a laugh out of that. It appears though Justice Salmon was on his backside ready to take that chest pass.
Yeah, just missed Kevin O2 by a couple feet.
Here's Danke working against Kevin O2. Hawks defense holding strong here. Panthers looking for something. That one's from the parking lot, won't go. That's a long-range shot from Deshaun Campbell.
A little overeager there to get the first points on the board.
From the corner, it's Morgan, won't go. Billamu with the rebound, keeping his head up. Gets around Fauzi, gonna take it himself. Nice looking drive. No finish though for Nathan Billamu. Fast pace action here in the third quarter. Kicking it out to Kaskar from the top of the key. Makes good, Daquan Kaskar.
The Hawks rocking a 13-point lead now, picking up right where they left off in the second.
The biggest lead of the game for either side, 13 points. Zach Martin misses that 3. He was shooting hot early on in this one, but like his team has gone ice cold. Working the ball around. Are the Hawks here inside to Fauzi? And how about that layup and the dish?
Fauzi Muhammad making his presence known in this third quarter. Didn't get a single field goal in that first half. 2 already in the early stages of the third. So we get another look at that shot before by Kevin O2.
Quick start for the Hawks here. Going to force a timeout from Rami Arabi. It's got to be frustrating for these Panthers. So much was working for them early on in this game. It appears all of that just evaporated.
Yeah, they couldn't hold on to whatever it was that they had in that first quarter. A lot, as we mentioned off the hop, there was that strong defense that really got them going. And a lot of that might have had to do with really just the way Humber was playing, and they were just up to the challenge. But Humber playing a lot tougher, and Canadore doesn't have much of an answer for these tough passes that the Hawks have been throwing out there.
That tough defense, like you said, Andrew, worked in spades for them, but all of a sudden now in a little bit of foul trouble, so maybe a little bit more timid when it comes to those offensive possessions, trying to keep their hands in tight. Don't want to risk putting another foul on the board.
Yeah, they've already allowed 7 points from the Hawks in this third quarter, while only being able to score 1. So these Canadore Panthers still searching for answers here, much like that second quarter.
In the last 2 quarters here, just putting up a few points. Make that 4. Putting up 19 in that first quarter, just 4 since.
Going back to the end of that first quarter, the Hawks are on a 30-4 run.
That is absurd. A little bit of a delay in the action here. Prince Dankey checking out of this game. Rayshawn Washington coming in, number 23 on your screen there. So we await the inbound here. Looking for an open man. That's Young running around. Able to find him.
Hawks playing the full court press.
Samson Downey wanting his team to be aggressive defensively. Almost deflected there by Fauzi. Now ripped away. Here's Kaskar.
Oh,
tripped up is Fauzi.
Fauzi was saying that he was tripped.
Appears as though that was a little bit of incidental contact, as maybe the feet got tangled up a little bit with his defender.
Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate break there for the Hawks. Ball was going to where Fauzi was. Unfortunately, he wasn't standing up.
The press continues for Humber. Kevin O'Toole guarding Rayshawn Washington. Daquan Kaskar guarding his man hard. Foul 7 white.
Only his first foul.
Even between whistles, Kaskar there you can see staying right on his man, not giving him an inch.
The Hawks have been keeping the fouls to a minimum though, which is definitely a good sign. No one on this team with more than one.
Samson Downey letting his boys know what he expects on the defensive side of things. Nice drive there, comes up short. Nathan Billamou on the rebound. He'll draw the foul. The Hawks oh so disciplined in that first half. Some fouls here in the second.
Yeah, a couple quick ones. That's something that Samson Downey's going to want to avoid.
Here's Billamou, leading scorer for the Panthers on the year. Inside he goes to John Clark, who gets the layup to drop. Cy Samuels back in a hurry. In the corner, it's Jalen Morgan driving baseline. Reverse layup is up and in. A nice play there by 13.
They got that pump fake away to draw his defender. Got him thinking that he's going to go for the three-pointer, just went inside for the easy bucket.
Billamou came flying in there, able to poke it away. Here's Washington. Inside to Young, the tough layup drops.
It looked like
quick outstretch to Jalen. Sorry, Andrew, just
No.
such fast-paced action here. Here's Kaskar. Oh, he went up for the big slam and rejected. Now Young with it. That layup will go. My goodness, finally a whistle, as we have reached a fever pitch here at the Hawks Nest.
Yeah, it looked like Canadore was getting a little hot there down the stretch, and Daquan went for that big slam dunk, unable to put it away. Just a lot going on there in that past 30 seconds.
Here's that big block. That was Nathan Billamou getting up there. You got to think if that one goes, Kaskar's blowing the lid off the place.
Yeah, I think everyone would have been on their feet after that one, including ourselves. But not to be, though. And Hawks still up by 11 in this one, so it's definitely a great place to start from, but they definitely want to get things settled down after Canadore got a little hot there.
Yeah, we've seen that full court heave from the Hawks. They saw Jalen Morgan running out there with no one with him. Probably a good time for a timeout as Samson Downey saw this game just get a little out of whack there. Not that technical brand of basketball that he really loves to play. It was run and gun there for a minute or two.
Yeah, a little bit dangerous territory here for the Hawks. You want to see them play a little more disciplined, a little bit more in a system rather than just go away, with it.
The old heave-ho.
Yeah.
Especially
fun to watch, but
yeah,
not if you're a coach.
Especially when a team has had a little bit of a difficulty protecting a lead this season. I'm sure you want to kind of batten down the hatches and don't try anything too crazy. Daquan Kaskar looking up for Khalid Adam, who's getting his first action in this game. His first touch will be a travel called. Khalid Adam, an interesting story. Played for the Qatar national team at the 2016 FIBA Asian Challenge. Now in his 5th year of eligibility. Corner 3, no good.
Khalid Adam almost daring him to take that 3.
Nice ball movement here by the Hawks. Kaskar puts one up, comes up short.
It was wide open. I like that look.
Absolutely trying to find their man open. Cathcart, the offensive leader. Daquan tied his career high with 5 threes made against Fanshawe. So he's certainly been finding his stroke from range.
And John Clark in some foul trouble here, just got his 3rd.
Fauzi can't get that one to go. He's struggled a little bit from 3-point range today. That one gets away from Rayshawn Washington. Jalen Morgan heads to the floor to grab that one.
He just jumped on that one, and a bit of a tangle up there.
Aggressive defense from Rayvon Young. He was all over Jalen Morgan on the court there. Out comes Jaquan Baker. In goes DeJon Campbell for the Panthers. Samson Downey unpleased with the delay here. Gonna get a little bit of a sweep here. The often animated Samson Downey, last year's West Division Coach of the Year. Also became the first coach to CCAA medal in their very first year. Washington looking for a man, finds Young. He'll put up a floater, won't drop. Washington on the rebound. Up and in, hoop and the harm. Nice play there by Rayshawn Washington.
Yeah, it's the Rayshawn Washington we're expecting to see, just looking at his stats. 2nd in the team in scoring, and he's been pretty good coming off the bench this afternoon.
So for the first time today, Hawks a little bit of foul trouble. Nothing to be too concerned with just yet.
Already racked up 4 in this quarter, though. Gotta get that cleaned up going into the 4th.
Justice Salmon hands that one off to Cathcart. Morgan finds Fauzi. Khalid Adam, big man at the top. Fauzi directing traffic. A big screen there from Khalid Adam. Gonna be called on the offensive foul.
Yeah, Khalid didn't quite have his feet set on that one, arguing his case to the referee.
When you're 6'8", I mean, every screen looks violent.
It might have looked worse than it actually was. We'll gotta look at that. We'll see if he got his feet set.
That's a tough call there, but ball goes back the way. Mid-range jumper for the Panthers won't go. Also here by the ball in front of the Panthers bench. Cathcart working hard.
Cathcart trying to argue his case to the referee.
Daquan never short on words on the floor. Tell just by watching him that mind of his is always working. Here's Washington, one of the better players on the day for the Panthers. Gonna need more of him. He's working against Cathcart. Nice bounce pass there, won't drop. Put back won't go either. Another offensive rebound, getting it to drop. John Clark.
And the traveling Canadore fans love that one. Took a few tries, but they finally put it home, and a chance here to complete the 3-point play.
Working hard on the offensive glass. Panthers putting themselves in a good spot here, now down just 7. Can't make good on the 3-point play. Back the other way, come Humber. Fauzi for 3. That's good.
Beautiful job by Fauzi to pull up and make that 3, and they reclaim that 10-point lead.
Maybe more of that where that came from. Quick look for Fauzi, gets it to go.
He's been white hot this quarter.
In the corner, it's Billamou, and he drains one of his own. A quick response for Canadore.
Yeah, Billamou says to Fauzi, you got one? I got one too.
Back and forth we go. Fauzi at the top.
No way.
From the logo, oh, just short. Daquan working hard. Offensive foul called, a little bit too aggressive. Was Cathcart on the play.
Cathcart's 2nd of the day. Not quite in foul trouble yet, but he's gonna want to watch it. And this Panthers team not backing down after a tough 2nd quarter.
Not in the slightest. Trey Wilson and Khalid Ismail on the floor now. Cathcart and Muhammad out of the game.
This quarter's been a lot tighter, but Canadore with a slight 2-point advantage here in this quarter.
That one deflected by Wilson. Salmon has his legs taken out from under him.
Good job to make that pass.
Here's Khalid Ismail driving hard, puts up a floater. Won't go, he'll go to the line for 2.
Hawks getting right back to that free throw line. And they'll take those free shots.
Rayvon Young charged with the foul there, number 4 in black. Favorable bounce for Ismail on attempt number 1. Lips out shot 2 as the Panthers come back the other way. It's Washington.
And going into that free throw shot, Khalid Ismail was actually 6 for 6 from the line, missing his first of the season.
Rayvon Young had an open look for 3, but appeared as though his heel was touching the line. So on that out of bounds, the ball will go back in the possession of the Hawks. It'll be Justice Salmon on the inbound. Under 3.5 to go here in quarter number 3.
Panthers pressing here. Just thread that pass.
Kicks out to Trey Wilson. Can't get that one to drop as it'll clang off the rim. Great defense there by Jalen Morgan, sacrificing the body to make the play. Khalid Ismail on the other side of things misses the layup.
Looked like he kind of double clutched it there, but he makes up for it.
Making good. Khalid Ismail working hard on the offensive glass. Quickly around the perimeter goes Canadore. Trying to find those open looks they had in the first quarter. For 3, no good. Jalen Morgan with the rebound. Quickly back are the Hawks.
2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Ismail. No good. Jimmy Rich swats that away, but into the waiting arms of Young. He's got Hawks all around him, doing it himself. 3-on-1. Number 4 gets it done.
Jalen Morgan scrambling back there on defense, was almost able to get the block, but just unable to get a hand on that one.
That big heave of a pass into a mess of bodies, deflected out of bounds. Jalen Morgan getting his left hand tended to by Humber's medical staff. That's something to keep an eye on, as Jimmy Rich is charged with an offensive foul there as he's leaned into his man.
Yeah, already his third. It's been a bit of a problem for him in these last couple games, racking up those fouls. And you could see it all over his face. He's not happy with that call.
It's the give and take with a player like Jimmy Rich, one of the most, I mean, just look at the guy, one of the stronger, more physical players on this team. He certainly gets it done in the paint, but that's the give and take you have. He's going to be a little bit aggressive, and he might get himself into some foul trouble at times.
And checking out this ball game, he's going to get a word from assistant coach Chad Booley.
Here's Billimu on the perimeter, wide open look, unable to make good. Khalid Ismail back the other way. Nice move there, reverse layup won't drop. He did everything he could. Hawks maintain possession.
Cy Samuels was calling for it there.
Samuels with it now, kicks it out to Ismail. That one's good from range. 23 with a three-pointer. That one's knocked away. Great defense by the Hawks. Trey Wilson to Ismail. He's looking for more, can't get it. Spun away, here comes Young. Foul charge, that'll be on Siobhan Noel.
Not a bad foul to take there, just slowing things down for Canadore.
Hey, great look there, that rainbow 3.
But for the Hawks right now, a lot of these second unit guys getting it done, the bench mob, if you will.
That's exactly right. We touched on that depth a little bit, and they're sure coming on hot here in this third quarter. Especially with the likes of Jalen Morgan, probably one of, if not your best player, sitting on the medical table right now. You're really going to need your depth to step up. It's only an 11-point lead here. Still plenty of time to go.
Yeah, and the Hawks definitely have a lot of options down the bench, which is a huge luxury for the team that a lot of other teams can't afford. And showing, really flexing their muscles here in that regard.
Canadore led this game in the first by as much as 9 points. Now it's the Hawks that find themselves with a 9-point lead. Number 9 with it, it's Samuels. He'll find Siobhan Noel on the outside. Trey Wilson trying to work his way in. Ismail nearly loses the handle, comes away with it. Shot clock expires before Wilson can get up the tray.
Yeah, just couldn't get that shot away in time. Bit scrambly there towards the end of that shot clock. Still sitting on a 9-point lead here. Let's see if the Hawks can bring it with their defense and create another chance for themselves.
60 seconds remain here in this third quarter. Certainly the most tightly contested of the three that we've seen. Justice Salmon in the middle. He's got himself a lane.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, did the bench ever want that one. Justice Salmon clanks out the dunk attempt. Back the other way, making good, John Clark.
That's a couple times now these Hawks players have teased us with that slam dunk, but just unable to finish. Some great defense there by the Panthers. You got to give it up to them.
And that's a big momentum shift there. That dunk goes in, you got this place blowing up, and instead it goes quickly back the other way. John Clark gets you quick 2 points.
Yeah, as quick as it could change the momentum, getting that dunk, it could change it the other way just as much if you are able to cut it off.
Justice Salmon no good on the dunk, but makes good on that first free throw.
Those missed free throws continuing to pile up.
Driving hard, a sea of white around him. Unable to make the play is Campbell. Noel slowing the pace here. Kicks that out to Khalid Ismail. Once again, it's Noel. Trey Wilson driving baseline. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Possession goes with the Hawks. They'll look to the big man, Cy Samuel. Ismail driving the lane. Instead, it goes out to Noel. Justice Salmon going up. Once again, that'll clang out for him. Possession now with the Panthers.
Just over 12 seconds left here. Shot clock will be turned off.
Panthers will have the last possession if they can maintain it for these 12.4 seconds. Full court press here by the Hawks. Don't want to give them anything easy. That one knocked away. Nice work by Siobhan Noel. Strong defense to conclude this third quarter. And with 1.8 seconds to go, it'll be the Hawks on the inbound.
The third foul of the game for Dejon Campbell. He's in some foul trouble here.
Gonna have to get something away quickly. That one blocked as Noel couldn't get the shot away. Getting a hand up was Keats Vanderlee.
Yeah, nice block there to end that quarter. Knox, you gotta love how they came out there with Canadore a chance there for final possession, but the Hawks really doing well with that full court press and forcing that turnover. Just preventing Canadore from getting back in this ball game.
The intensity really feels as though it's slowly ramping up here at the Hawks Nest. Both of these teams desperate for their first win on the year combined. There at some of the action in that third quarter. Just about to get started This fourth quarter here, it's been an entertaining one to say the very least. Hawks lead the Panthers here by 8.
A tight third quarter. Canadore having a 1-point advantage in that third. They're going to need something bigger here to come back in this one in the fourth. And for the Hawks, a chance to really get things done here. Finish the job. They're up by 8. Haven't been able to close things out successfully just yet. They'll have the chance here this afternoon.
First quarter, all Canadore. Second, all Humber. Third one, as you said, Andrew, pretty even. It's going to be an entertaining fourth. Trey Wilson driving hard, hands in his face, gets the bucket to go. Lead back up to 10 now for the Hawks. It's going to be a great test for Humber here. This is a team that's struggled a bit holding on to leads. Here's John Clark. Out it goes to Young, short on that three-point attempt. Two Panthers collide, and Fauzi Muhammad's back the other way.
Had a big third quarter, but gives it away there.
Nathan Billamu with the interception. Panthers have numbers. John Clark trying to go up. Defense there by Cy Samuel will draw the foul. Cy looking for an explanation from the referee. As usual, that trademark smile will stay on his face, even charged a foul. On the left side of your screen, you see Keats Vanderley having a chat with his head coach. Something Rami Arabi didn't like in that last defensive possession. That one rims out. Nice hustle by Billamu, but pulled away by Fauzi. Fauzi working hard here, trying to get away from his man, Young. Justice Salmon in the corner. Working against Vanderlei. Samuels with it. Knocks down his man, no whistle, Justice Salmon.
Or late whistle, rather.
Indeed it is. That's an awfully late whistle as possession is back the way of Canadore.
Yeah, looked like Side done a good job there, but referee not liking that he ran over his man there.
Here's Clark trying to get away from Wilson. Inside to Keats Vanderlei. Trying to spin away from Cy. Unable to do so. That's a tough assignment.
Yeah, can't beat the big man inside.
Samuel's pass evades everybody into the Humber bench. As we take a look at the bench of Canadore, certainly not as involved as these Humber reserves have been.
Yeah, they've been pretty quiet, especially these last few quarters.
Siobhan Noel looking to do it himself. Finger roll, tries to get his own rebound, and he'll draw the foul. Nice hustle there by Siobhan Noel.
Yeah, nice little individual performance there by Siobhan Noel. Getting it done all on his own, tried the shot a couple times and ends up getting fouled. We'll get those 2 free shots.
Substitutions here for the Panthers. 3 men out, 1 man in. And for the Hawks, we'll see Justice Salmon head out of this one. Siobhan Noel in his second year of eligibility. Played the 2017-2018 season with the Vanier Cheetahs. He's been a nice rotational piece for this coaching staff. Has looked awfully well in his limited action. Zach Martin gets the rebound for the Panthers. Washington trying to come back the other way. Daquan Cathcart knocking that pass and knocking a chair out of his way.
And you mentioned Martin before. He was a real big factor in the early part of that ball game, but ever since that first quarter, he's gone cold.
Yeah, in those first 2 minutes, he was shooting light out.
Scored all 7 of his points in those first couple minutes.
Slip there by Billamu, able to regain control. Here's Martin. Misses the mark. Rayshawn Washington there. Heads up play, knocking it off of Daquan Cathcart.
Panthers still have time to work with on this possession.
8 on the shot clock. Here comes Young. Shot from range, bounces out. That one off the hand of DeJon Campbell. Here's Kevin O2. Flicks that one back to Daquan. Working against Washington, gets the screen from Samuels. Gonna go up and try to feed it on the inside. Nice pass there to get it out to Trey, and it's good. How about that passing play by the Hawks?
And Trey gets himself a tray on that one.
Number 3, Billimu with it now. He'll find Washington. Trying to work his way around Wilson, able to do it high off the glass and bounces out. Wilson gets the rebound. That pass deflected away by Billimu. Possession stays with the Hawks. Pace ramping up here in the fourth quarter, so is the intensity. 13-point lead for the Hawks as the Panthers try to claw their way back into it.
Yeah, Panthers are going to want to pick up the pace here a little bit. Down by 13, they need some points here quick with just over 7 to go.
Wilson from range, no good. Dankey dribbles over half court. Guarded by O2. In the corner, it's Young. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Middle is Zach Martin. He's going to do battle with Cy Samuel. Jump ball ruled. Jalen Morgan going to check in for Cy Samuels here.
The big man checking in for the big man.
Certainly some size on the floor for either side. Nathan Billimu can't control that pass. Got to put something up. Off the short part of the rim, controlled by Noel.
Yeah, he's just lucky to hit the rim there with a little rush shot like that.
Wilson on the baseline, going up and coming up short.
Hawks now 0 for 3 on those dunk attempts. That one the closest, though.
Yeah, Samson Downey had a shake of the head after that attempt. Maybe it's time to go for that higher efficiency play.
Yeah, the layup, much like the free throw, not the sexiest shot, but it's pretty efficient.
They both count as 2.
Now you're right there. The thing about the dunk, though, we've mentioned this before, if you are able to make it, that's going to just fire everyone up. Most exciting play in basketball.
Absolutely. You see every time one of these Hawks take to the air with those big verticals, the entire bench gets on their feet. I'm sure they're dying for one here. Nice spin by Jalen Morgan, getting it done around Zach Martin.
Big lead now for the Hawks, up to 15.
Hawks trying to close out the Panthers. Get their first win of the 2019-2020 season as Prince Dankey travels there. Inbound goes the way of Siobhan Noel. Bounce pass to Jalen Morgan. He'll have the overhand heave-ho over to Daquan Cascar.
Just kept that one in bounds. Had to leap for that one.
Ball movement inside to Kevin O2. One-handed layup attempts will miss the rim off the glass.
Yeah, high degree of difficulty on that attempt.
Incidental contact there. So Cascar got a little bit of a foot out. I see everybody pop back up to their feet after that collision. Prince Dankey going a little long on free throw attempts, number 1. First-year player from Toronto, local product.
O2 and Morgan almost did bump into each other on that one. Morgan able to keep his hands on that ball.
Wide open in the corner, it's Trey Wilson. And that one touched every part of the rim, but not through the net.
Yeah, Trey Wilson just wondering what went wrong there.
Wide open in the corner, it's Young now. 2 wide open threes and 2 misses for either side in these last 2 possessions. Noel ahead with speed. Turns it away, kicks it to Cascar. That one's good. Daquan gets it done.
Wide open there from the top part of the key. Makes no mistake. Hawks now up by 18.
Campbell with a long range 3, can't get that to drop. And this game is broken wide open here.
Just over 5 minutes left here.
Kevin O'Dew thought about it. Long jumper there, nothing but net. Rami Arabi has seen enough. Timeout, Canadore Panthers, as the Hawks are having their way with the Panthers here in the fourth.
Yeah, the Hawks extend their lead now to 20. And this Hawks team, this effort by the Hawks, rather, is much like we've seen in the second quarter, just dominating and running over the Panthers in every facet.
And the Hawks seemingly have held their breath every fourth quarter. You can just tell they're trying to hold on to that lead, They've dropped a few late here, so how big is it for this team to get the lead all the way up to 20 with 5 minutes to go?
Yeah, a lot of breathing room for the Hawks now. Don't have to play, as tight as you maybe you want to say, where you're not, clutching that ball extra tight, trying to make that perfect pass. You can play a little bit more loose now, play a little bit more of your style, a little more freely, just have a little bit of fun with it, This is a game, let's have some fun.
Absolutely, the fellas are doing just that, led by their emotional leader, Daquan Cathcart. He's having a pretty good day out there, 10 points for him. Jalen Morgan with 13 on the day. They're getting production out of who they need, and the fans are loving it. You see the chicken dance there coming from the Hawks faithful. Pretty good crowd on hand for a Saturday afternoon.
A lot of Canadore fans here today. Their fans traveling a long way here. And a few of these players from Ontario too, or from Toronto rather, so the chance for the parents to see the kids play close to home.
Canadore College located in beautiful North Bay, Ontario, making the long trip out to TO. That corner three won't drop. Rebound by John Clark. Whistle on the play. Foul charge to the Hawks.
Trey Wilson, his first of the game.
Zach Martin in the corner with it now. He'll flick it out to Young. Here's Clark. Corner to Billamu. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Tipped away by Trey Wilson. Daquan Cathcart away. Short jumper. No mistake there.
Daquan's body language really threw off the defense there. It looked like he was thinking pass, but ends up going for the little floater. Good job.
Had his eyes on pass the whole way. Caught his defender off guard. Clark gonna go from range, and that one's good. Off the fingertips, has a word for Fauzi Muhammad on the way back. Jalen Morgan finds Cy Samuel in the corner, wide open. It's Fauzi. Just short on that attempt.
Yeah, good job there by Prince Danke there to force the shot up and kind of rush Fauzi there.
Danke at the top, finds his man Clark. That three-pointer lips out. With this big of a deficit, the Panthers are gonna shoot from range.
You got to live or die by the three at this point.
There's a three attempt. Once again off the mark, both sides going cold from distance.
Daquan ripped that ball away. And went straight for the basket, but couldn't get it. There's a look at that last three-pointer. Didn't touch any of the rim there. Beautiful shot.
Panthers are going to need a whole lot more than that. Down by 19 here with 3.5 to go in the fourth. Trying to avoid an 0-6 start of these Canadore Panthers. Tough play there at the rim, taking some contact was Danke.
That was a good screen there set by Zach Martin. Really left a lot of space open for his teammate to get away to the lane. Almost led to a basket.
Zach Martin, the sharpshooter. Khalid Ismail appears ready to check into this one. Justice Salmon giving him the tap on the way out. Hometown player, Zach Martin out of North Bay for these Panthers.
And his first point since early in the first quarter.
He shot the lights out of this place in the first 2 minutes. Appeared as though this might be a game he could take over with that sharpshooting. But give credit to the Hawks, they made the adjustments, and he's gone quiet since.
Yeah, really just find a way to shut a lot of these Canadore options down the stretch.
Let's see what Jalen Morgan could do. Bounce pass to Samuel, trying to find Khalid Ismail. Nice work by Prince Danke to knock that one away. Morgan with the jumper. That one lips out, back away is Young. Going up, Daquan Cascard getting the hand up.
A little frustrated there.
Can't believe he's getting charged with the foul. Love the animation out of Cascard. He thought he did the right thing on that play, but referee saw something different.
These fouls starting to rack up towards the end of the ball game here. Didn't look like it would be much of an issue, but the second half they've really been having trouble staying disciplined.
And that's not going to be too much of an issue with a lead like this, but when we get down to OCAA provincials and CCAA nationals, those fouls are going to start to play more and more of a factor against the best of the best.
Yeah, the Hawks are really going to want to clean up their act down the stretch. Only 5 games into the season, but definitely a problem they got to sort out.
Yeah, those nationals aren't coming around till March, so definitely a lot of time to iron out these kinks. Gotta imagine a coach like Samson Downey will have his team well prepared come time for CCAAs. Pass deflected, back come the Panthers. Young looking for help. Finds Billamu. No good. Daquan Cascard gets way up there to corral the rebound. Fauzi in the corner. No look pass to Daquan in the corner. Kevin O2 pulls that one down. Khalid Ismail turns down an open look to find Fauzi. He comes up short. Pretty ball movement by the Hawks, but can't get the finish. Danke in a sea of white there, going to be ruled a jump ball. DeJon Campbell taking the place of Nathan Billamu in the game for the Panthers. Danke guarded by O2 on the inbound. Inside it goes to Zach Martin under the rim. Ismail gets a hand on it, but Zach Martin makes good on the second attempt.
Good job there by Martin to get his own rebound. Start off this game strong, finishing up strong.
Samuels goes behind the back. Tries to go baseline, but once again ripped away. Young on the fast break. Gonna try to do it himself. A nice looking layup, won't go. Here's Kevin O2, that pass corralled by Cascard. He'll smartly simmer things down just a tad. Ismail in the corner. Trying to work its way around. That one deflected into the seats. Salmon and Wilson coming into this game.
Appears that Cy Samuels, oh, he is staying on. A little bit of confusion about who's staying on and who's coming off here.
I think they have it all sorted out. Coach and staff having a word. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Once this ball is inbounded, they'll find Samuels. Zach Martin with the block on Samuels there, attempting that underhand layup. John Clark driving hard. Unfortunate bounce for him there as Salmon pulls down the rebound. Trips over his defender, still gets the ball to Cy. 60 seconds remain in this one. Hawks with a commanding lead. Nice bounce pass there to get it into O2.
Foul there against Zach Martin.
So give the Canadore Panthers a lot of credit. Stormed the Hawks' nest going up 19-10. And that first quarter certainly has been a different story since.
Yeah, they played pretty well in that third quarter. We're keeping up with the Hawks. This quarter, too, you got to hand it off to them, playing real strong, but that second quarter, a real big issue for them and really buried them.
Got to get a shot up. It's Wilson, and it's good. Trey Wilson, nothing but net, beat the shot clock. Baseline it goes. Here's Martin going up for the two-handed slam.
Finally got a slam. Wrong team, though.
Oh, Justice Salmon going up for the slam there, and he was met by the man, Zach Martin. Says, hey, I'm the only guy dunking around here. Salmon gonna get another opportunity from the line. He's had his opportunities. Certainly could be a little more efficient from the charity stripe.
Only missed a couple this afternoon, though.
Yeah, went 1 for 2 there, not too shabby. Here's John Clark for the Panthers. He'll find Danke. Campbell now. Back to Danke, behind the back he goes. Young's gonna put this one up, a little long on that attempt. Back goes Noel.
They could just dribble this one out. The Hawks will get this victory, 69-54. And the Hawks finally get that first win of the season.
Take a big sigh of relief, Hawks fans. The Hawks have a win, 69-54 over the visiting Canadore Panthers. Hawks move to 1-4 on the year. Canadore moves to 0-6.
Yeah, tough break there. Tough loss, really, for the Canadore Panthers. Started off strong. Played up to the Hawks for a lot of that ball game, but that second quarter just did them in this afternoon.
Yeah, you knew the Hawks were going to have to come in with a lot of energy today, trying to get their first win, and they did exactly that. What a day of action here on Saturday afternoon. That's going to do it for us at the Hawk Sports Network. For Adam Lucier and my buddy Andrew Milani, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.